Ayan. Malipas. Change it. Asan na? Viewer. Viewer. Viewer.
Viewer.
Viewer. So, nakuha yun. Nagsobra ng A.
Hmm.
Viewer ask. Okay. Okay. Oh. Hello! I'm Hooray! Hooray pala. Sorry. Again. Hooray!
Okay.
Hi, Melanie.
I'm Rowena,
And we are the
the
Childcare
childcare
Gurus.
gurus.
So, for today's live stream, we will be talking about the challenges of starting a home daycare and how to overcome these challenges. Because a viewer, sabi ko sa a viewer asked what are the challenges or struggles you had as a home-based daycare owner. So we will tackle everything and we
Mm.
will share our experience.
Yeah, because there will be challenges in starting and during operating as well. So we will tackle the startup challenges today.
Yeah, and how to overcome them. We will give you some of our pointers so that you can overcome these challenges in your life. Before we do that, so that we will be doing it for straight duration. We will be shout out. We will do a shout out of all the guests that are here right now. The Live Adventures, Amaran's Creations, K-Ladies by Content Pairs, Aliyah and Aiden Channel, J and J Family, Mama Lama Giggle and Daycare. Are we leaving Jaisal? Hello. Cool daw ng thumbs up done. The Mads of San Diego. 6 million in the house. Please do like and share this. Oh, meron tayong super chatter of the day. Thank you. Are we leaving Jaisal? Mega love. Super
Thank you. Love you, RV. Love you.
Yeah, thank you so
Cheryl.
much, Cheryl. Love you. Thank you so much. And please support our super chatter of the day, supporting this live streaming about the challenges and struggle you had as a home-based daycare owner. Thank you, RV Living Jaisal. So, please guys, do like and share this video para naman marami tayo. At kung may kakilala kayong gustong mag-start up ng daycare or they're considering in opening their home-based daycare, please let them know, share this live streaming. Thank you, RV, again and again and again. Thank you so much. I think this is our first, this is our first super chatter now that we are monetized. So, this is cool. Thank you so much. Sayaw daw. Sayaw daw tayo. Sabi nung super sticker. Secret. Okay. Okay, guys. So, for our first
Okay, we will start now.
challenges of starting a home-based daycare and how. So, just a disclaimer, I will just read it again. This information we are about to share are based on our own research and personal experiences. Feel free to share this to people that might be interested in opening a home-based daycare. Thank you. So, let's start with these challenges. What do we mean by where to start?
Yeah, opening a home-based daycare will give you the first question of where to start or how do I start it, right? Everybody will experience that. Even in opening um, your own business, any business at all, you're gonna ask yourself or you're gonna ask where do I start? How do I start? Right? So my sister will answer it.
Where to start? Again, thank you, RV Living Jaisel. I love you. Masaya si RV. Ang daming niyang palipad. Daming fireworks and colorful, ek dyan.
Love you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, where to start? You're gonna think about it by San ka po am I gonna speak Tagalog? Can I? Oh,
Mm,
yeah. Maybe they will recall it. They'll just speak in English. I'll just
mm-mm,
sorry. Um, you need to find right resources. Because when you start a home-based daycare or any business, you need to ask for people, look for support group. Those are the main thing that you that will come into your mind, that when you start a home-based daycare, you should know where to find right resources and connect with the right people or support group.
mm-mm. If you live in Canada, you have to check on the childcare online registry of the state where you are. Like in here, we live in Manitoba, so you can check the online childcare, Manitoba online childcare. There's a website. Even in different provinces here in Canada, you will find it. Maybe in USA, there should be an online childcare information
Information that you can get.
link
Yeah.
you can check. And yeah, and as my partner says, you have to connect with the people who operate or who have their own home-based daycare. That's one thing, or one of the best thing that you could do.
Yeah.
So you can ask question because their business is already established. So it's better to look for them, right?
Yeah, an example, the people in Facebook. At first, when I started my daycare, I didn't really know where to start. I was an unlicensed daycare, and what I did is look for someone that started their daycare. Maybe they know a group of people that I can connect and ask for information. So I find them through Facebook. So Facebook is the best resources that you can get information. I found support group there like the Manitoba Childcare, home-based daycare provider, all those kind of stuff everywhere around the world. I'm pretty sure you will find the right support group for this particular profession.
That's right.
So let's move. Are we moving on to what if?
Next question.
Yeah,
And what if
next
and
challenges.
doubt in opening a home-based daycare? Yeah, that's my struggle before, because I really I'm thinking, what if I resign and then I fail, right? There are lots of what ifs, right? How about you, sis? What anything?
Sorry, sorry, guys.
Yeah, so I doubted myself because I'm thinking if I can, if I can really do it, if if how do I, if, what if I can't deal with the children? What if, yeah, there's a lot of what ifs,
What
right?
if? Yeah. I think the doubt that the challenges from this question is, what if my family will not be able to accommodate this kind of business, which is using my home, right? So you have to uh, decide, and you have to ask for your family's permission before doing this, so that there's no what ifs at the end of this, at the end of the day. So that's what
Yeah.
I
So the solution that I did on my doubt is to make a make a plan. So
Mhm.
there's a saying that if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And so I plan it, and another thing that I do is to plan and do something on, or think of something how to reduce that risk that I am thinking. Like, what if I'm gonna resign to my job, and um, I don't have enough money, and then how, how are we gonna supposed to live, right? I
Yeah.
know my husband has work, but still, I am contributing for some expenses.
Yeah.
So, and we have families in the Philippines, so we have to support them as well. So how to reduce the risk is the second thing that I did. So what I do, what I did before is to put up some emergency fund, like I
That,
said in my
that's correct.
yeah,
Hmm.
previous in our previous videos. Do you remember that? What is it?
Yeah. The how when
Starting
before
licensing,
considering
licensing, right?
the licensing. Yeah, I think so.
So what I did is to put up some savings. So if ever I will not be earning money when I start my daycare, I still have this emergency fund.
Emergency fund.
Yeah, so we put up like 3 months cost of savings,
Yeah, that's
and
really smart.
yeah, and then um, yeah, I applied for a home based day, child care center, right
Center.
there. That's when me and Melanie met.
Yeah, we met there in a childcare center.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so when I work there, I know that I can deal with kids, so I know how to handle them, right? So another thing that I did is before I resign is I make sure that my license, I already got my license.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So,
proper thing to do. You have to plan it beforehand.
so there's no more what ifs. There's no more
Yeah,
doubt.
there's no more what if, there's no more doubt because you already stick on your plan.
Yeah.
That's good. That's great one. Next one, are we moving on to another question?
Mm-hmm.
Challenge that we encountered is the how home setup. So for this home setup, uh, I struggled because I just moved here in my home when I started my daycare, and I have my child, which is 6 months old. I think she was just 6 months, and then I started being a licensed daycare. So I have to set aside the mindset of me having a peaceful, because your home is your happy place, right? It's your sanctuary. But if you're gonna use it with your business, especially with home daycare, this is need it will you have to change everything. So uh I have to set aside those kind of mindset. I have to set up my home as a childcare friendly environment. So that's the challenge that I encountered, and I don't know where to put my daycare. Where to start? Where am I gonna put it in my basement? Am I gonna put it in my living room? So
Yeah.
yeah. What about you, sis?
Yeah, yeah. When I decided to open up a daycare, so after the what ifs and after I made the solution for the what ifs, my another struggle is how do I set up my home for a daycare? Yeah, that's my question. How does it gonna be? How does it gonna be look like? What does
Yeah,
yeah?
it's gonna be
How is it
look
gonna
like.
be? Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Because we work in a center, so how are we gonna apply the setting on our house,
and our home setting. Yeah.
our home setting? So the solution that we did for this is since we already connected to the right people or to the home based daycare owner. So me myself, I visited one of a good friend of mine too. It's Miss Faye of Yasa. So I visited her home based daycare, and then she taught me a lot of things in opening a home
Yeah.
based daycare too. So
Hello, Sis Faye. I hope you're watching. And yeah,
thank you, Sis Faye.
mm-hmm. For myself too, I did a lot of trial and error. That's the biggest challenges. I really didn't know how will how should I fix my home, or how I set up my home to be a childcare friendly environment. There's a lot of trial and error, a lot of restless time because of I didn't know what to do. I didn't ask. I didn't know people that might have a home-based daycare. I didn't know who to reach. So that's the first one, where to start, right? It's another question is how will you set up your so trial and error challenges. That's the biggest challenges for me. So because I'm using my personal space, it feels like I feel restless when I see the living room being used as a home base as a daycare. Yeah, it feels not calming. So maybe you have some ideas Sis, that you can give how to overcome these challenges for trial and error. And yeah, just like you said, you went to a home daycare.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I visited. I was lucky because I am able to um, connect with Sis Faye, as I mentioned, and then
Hmm.
she allowed me to
Yeah.
come and visit her home. So she told me everything, like what do I need, like the safety, and yeah, the safety measures that I should have, the safety things for the kids and everything. So that's 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 the solution
Yeah.
I have before.
I think the other solution that I got here is to search for go in Pinterest. I'd never thought of this one before, but when I found this app, Pinterest, I think it's life changing. This is another hacks that you can use if you are a home based daycare provider. There's a lot of ideas there, not just for home setup, everything that you need, resources that you need, you find it in Pinterest, and of course here in YouTube, right? There's
Mm-mm.
a lot of daycare educator that posted or they upload their videos how the setup of their home, how will it look like a peaceful, even though it's a home-based daycare, right? So that's another those are the things that you can do to overcome this challenge, which is the home setup. Let's move on to daycare essential that you will need. So why did we say this is another challenge? Because when you're starting a home-based daycare, you do not know what essentials, toys that you need, what kind of children necessity that you need, and of course the budgeting. Well, where will you start there? The budgeting is included there because are you gonna provide uh, quality stuff and brand new one, or you are going to be what is it called when you
Second
find?
hand,
I'm sorry.
second hand,
Yes,
or
when you budget your money with a second-hand purchase. So, yeah, those kind of challenges will fall into this daycare essential that you will need. So, maybe you have something in your mind that you can tell here for a solution.
for the essentials. So since I visited one of the daycare providers home, so I have
Yeah,
the idea of what to buy,
yeah,
and what the things that I need, what are the main things that I should have operating a home-based daycare.
yeah,
Like you have to have, if you're gonna provide, if you have enough time in your schedule or in your program, so you have to have beds,
yeah.
and beds for the kids. You should have some like high chairs.
High chairs, you
Yeah,
need
that's
high chairs,
yeah, chairs for
and
the kids. And if you're gonna have or gonna have infants in your care as well, so you have to have
the crib,
um what do you call that?
the
Crib,
playpen, the cribs.
playpen. That's playpen. Yeah, and there's more. So
Yeah,
since in Manitoba there is also an information in their Manitoba Childcare online, Manitoba Online Childcare.
yeah,
So you you also find the information of the equipments and the materials in
You will
opening
need. Yeah.
in operating a home based daycare.
Yeah, and then you can choose if for budgeting here, you have to see how much you can afford, and if it's not
Mm,
really ideal for you to get the brand new, try the second hand. There's a
mm,
lot of resources that you can find marketplace. Look for
mhm.
people that can.
Kijiji,
I'm sorry.
Kijiji,
Yeah, KGG, and even people that has a stuff that they don't use, but you can use it, and then
yard sale.
garage sale.
Yard
Yes,
sale,
that's
yard
the
sale.
term I'm looking for. But you have to make sure that you're getting receipt. Even though from garage sale, look for people, even just for in the paper writing, put
Mm-mm.
their name, ask for their signature and the
The
date,
price.
and then the product, write it, what did you buy, and then the price,
Mm.
so that you
Yeah.
have the writing. Even though you're unlicensed, you can write it off, right? You
Mm-mm.
can use it.
On tax.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to be applying for a license, you can in Manitoba, of course, you will get a refund for the startup cost that you have opening your home based daycare.
That's right. So yeah, let's move on into another challenge, the paperwork.
Yeah,
What do I have
that,
here in paperwork?
that's
why
one of
why
the
is
big
it
challenge. Mhm.
why is it a challenge? Very challenging. Exact the exact term for here. When I started being opening my daycare, it's a big challenge for me because I we came into a daycare center, but they don't provide this information, this kind of paperwork that we need as a home-based daycare. So the challenge of putting program, right? What else, please?
Um, all in all, you have to have the policy or the handbook. Yeah,
Yeah,
under that policy, you will see the program, your rates, your
sickness policy.
policy, vacation
Yeah,
policy, everything will be there.
schedule.
So if you have no idea with it, it's really a big challenge
Yeah.
because you don't know what to put because it will serve as your bible
Yes,
in operating
exactly.
your home based daycare. So everything that that you will encounter should be answered on that paper, on that policy or on that handbook that you have. So
How to overcome these challenges for paperwork.
yeah, since I have resources, resources always.
Yeah, it's always, it will fall into resources. Look for the
Yeah,
proper people that you can connect to. So just like myself, I started, I'm very lucky that I know my partner, Ray. She gave me this information. At first I didn't ask for her template, because she's a home based she's a licensed daycare. So I made my paperwork very simple. But when I decided to be a licensed daycare here in our province, I have to revise it and make it concrete, make it concise. So she has that information. She has all the resources from being a licensed home daycare.
yeah, and I get mine from Atipe again.
Ate Faye again. Ate Faye should be our guest co-host
Next
here
time,
next
we're gonna
time.
invite her.
Yeah,
She's
maybe
my
invite
mentor.
her. Yeah, very sweet,
Yeah, very supportive.
very
Mm.
supportive.
Mm-mm.
Maybe let's move on to our next challenge: how to set up your own rate.
Mm-mm. For myself, I did not have any problem with my own rate because I
Yeah.
started license and
Mm-hmm.
I accepted the operating grant.
Operating
So the rate that I should have is based on the mandated rate from the
the
Manitoba.
Manitoba. Yeah.
So I don't have any problem with my own rate, but you operated as a private taker, right?
Yeah, so this is a big challenge too. I had to undervalue, at first I undervalue my service. because I didn't know how to do this, how to do the rate, and I didn't do these things. Not now that I know. So, what you can do to uh, to overcome this challenge about your rate, you need to do a survey around your area for parents, school nearby, and as your neighborhood. So, look for your competitors' rate too, so that when you have this information already, you can try to figure out what rate will work for you and your the value of your service. You need to know your worth of your service, and that way, when you operate, when you put it on your parent handbook, you're already established your rate, and no one can just say, can I pay you this, can I pay you? No, they can't do that because you already established your own rate. So that's the thing that you can of how you overcome your challenge on how to set up your own rate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
let's move on into finding the client.
Mm-mm.
This is the
So under this finding the client is how to advertise, right? Is it
yeah, advertising.
advertising? So um what's your challenge with finding the client?
Advertising. People that I know that now that are looking for um that looking for to start a daycare, they're challenged on where they will start in advertising. What where will they start? Is it going to be online? Is it all going to be outdoor? Do they need paperwork?
Are they
Those,
gonna spend money?
yes. Do they need to market about this finding client? So those challenges, big one, because clients are very important. How will you operate your daycare without clients, right? So advertising, and another challenge is including here is the interview. How will you interview this client? What kind of questions do you need to ask? What kind of information do you need to tell them when you get this call from this client? Those kinds of questions. So what do we have here is how to overcome this finding the client.
Yeah. So my struggle with finding the client is like um when advertising is not a really big issue with me because I use Kijiji. It's free. I
Yeah,
use the Facebook group, right?
Facebook group, the parent, yeah, the
There are lots of Facebook
daycare
group.
parent, yeah, there's a lot.
Feedback. So so it's free for my advertisement. But the real struggle that I have is how do I go with the interview process? Because when we apply for a job, it's them who interview us.
Interview us,
So,
not us
so
interviewing
but
them.
now we are the business owner, so we are the one to ask question. So
Exactly.
what do I ask? That's my challenge. That's the
Yeah.
challenge that I have. What should I know? What should I have? What should I get? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So so what I did to overcome um, that challenge is I list down all of the questions that I think it is
To be asked.
yeah is needed for me to decide or to for me to know everything about the client, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
So I list down and then, but still, there's still a
A working
there's,
process.
yeah,
Yeah, interviewing a client is a working process. You need to have that confidence to
confidence. Yeah,
yes, as a
yeah,
business owner,
because
right?
it, aside from interviewing them, they are also interviewing you. So because
You,
yeah,
yeah, it's
how do you convince them that you are the right one
you,
for their
yeah,
kid, right?
you're the right match provider for their child. So yeah, I will just read Sheila Castillo. Hello, she got here after her part time.
Oh,
She said she's an owner too, a home daycare
Mm-hmm.
owner, a group one, a
Group.
group childcare owner. I found my client through FB and word of mouth. Same here. Yes, we found our client through all the FB group that we have, and some people are referral. Almost
Mm,
all of my,
referral. Yeah.
yes, almost all of my clients are from referral through some of my previous clients. So it was a good start. It's just my business for home daycare is a smooth sailing for me because I got some referrals through friends, referrals through people that my from my previous family. So it was a great start for my as a home-based daycare unlicensed, those kind of things. And yeah, for interview naman, you need to make sure before putting schedule or meeting with your
Mm,
client, you have to make sure to overcome this challenge for interview, you need to call them beforehand and telling them the basic information about your rate and
mm,
about your hours of operation so that there's no misunderstanding when you schedule a appointment to meet them. You already told them this information, important
mm.
ones. These are the important information, right? Para
Yeah.
hindi sila, they're not
So you
expecting.
don't waste your time.
Yes, both of your time, no wasted time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So you have to tell them on a phone call or on an email. The main thing that they should know before proceeding with the one-on-one interview is your rate,
Yes,
your hours of
cost operation.
operation, and what spot are you needed to fill it,
Yes, the needed spot. Is it full time or part time? You
or
need to
is it
clear those, yeah,
preschoolers or
or
infant?
school age. Yeah, those kind of. I send right away my parent hand before meetup.
Mm,
True, exactly. You can send it via email, of sending your personal, your parent handbook via email, or when you have the complete papers for enrollment papers. That would be great. That what I do too. I have a welcome paperwork for the people that are looking for spot. Para they're all ready. They're all
mhm.
organized. They
Yeah.
know all the information. When I got this already, this information that I for you from you, and I revised them. When I meet the clients, they are impressed because even a home-based daycare can be organized as a business. They feel like not a lot of provider are doing that, not that are ready and giving papers like this. Getting they have the real questions. Sometimes they were surprised that I have my own
Mhm.
clipboard. I have my clipboard and I have my questionnaire, and they said, "Wow, you are ready." And then when you have those questionnaire too, you should. That's what you said. You wrote already the questionnaire. That way, the questions that they have, they're already answered. Your
Mhm.
your time consume is not prolonging because you already have the questionnaire,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes if you don't have the questionnaires, um, you will not be able to. Or sometimes you will forgot some of the things that you have to know before you decide. And
Yes.
yeah, it's
It's
a
better to have this
mm,
questionnaire already. It's a life saving tool. It's
mm,
another hack. Pinterest is what I said a while ago as my life hack, daycare hack that I use just to make my life easier. Another thing is the paperworks. You need to have those paperworks for daycare so that you're already ready when you have this kind of finding client,
mhm,
right? So let's move on. Let's move on in choosing the right family. This
mhm.
is the final one.
Yeah.
Challenge that we encountered choosing the right family. My partner will tell you because she just recently interviewed family.
Mm. Okay, so after
Challenge, yeah.
the interview, so
Mm-hmm.
it's so if sorry. So after the interview, you should decide if you will get the family or not. So
Yeah.
you will decide based on the questionnaires that you have. So it's better to have those questionnaires um, in choosing the right family. And also, um, what I do during in the interview is I make sure that they bring the child with them
Yes.
during the interview. So I will be able to assess if I can manage the kid,
Yeah.
or how I will handle the kids, or is he gonna be perfect for my program, something like
Mm-hmm.
that. So
Yeah.
so deciding whether to get, or deciding how to get the right family is a very challenging
Challenge.
things
It's
as
very
well
challenging. Yeah.
in opening or starting your home based daycare, right?
Because
So so
it's
sometimes um during the, but you can never tell, until they you have
until they
them
start.
in your
Yeah.
class. Yeah.
And even
So
the family too, not just the child, right? If
mhm,
you are willing to work with this family, so you need to assess everybody if they are their time would be flexible, if these parents job are flexible too for your particular hours of operation. What if you have a family too, and you have a children emergencies, right? You need to ask for their flexibility of their schedule as well.
and also you will have to assess if the family has respect. You will assess,
Yes, you need
you
to
will,
assess
yeah, you have to
everything.
assess it, because respect is very, what do you call that?
Very important
There, mhm,
criteria of finding the right family for your care.
mhm. Because
Mm.
if you will know there's a gut feel as well.
Yes,
You,
if a parent is already you schedule a appointment for them and they didn't show up, that's one red flag already.
mhm.
You should write it down, and then if you're seeing a lot of red flag
During the interview, and
during the
you feel
interview.
that there's something's wrong during the interview, or you feel like you're not comfortable, don't do it.
Yes.
Don't take that family if you during the interview you feel that you are not comfortable with them. So don't do it, because
Yeah.
families families come and go. So
Yeah.
you have to make sure you get the right family.
The right family. And I think there's another question that I have in my mind is how many families you should be interviewing so that you overcome these challenges, because if you're interviewing lots of families, that's going to be a lot of work and a lot of assessment for you. But if you have particular example, you need to only interview three families, that you have the maximum families that you interviewed for this particular spot, it's better than interviewing a lot of families, if
Hmm,
that makes sense.
it's hard to decide.
Yeah, it will be hard to decide because what if they're all
They're good. Like you feel
perfect for your dynamic, right? For your uh program. So that kind of question just pop in my mind. Maybe three families will be better. Just interview three people. If those three didn't work, you did not find someone that will meet the criteria for your program, then that way you can look and call another families. But three, I think three would be the perfect numbers to interview the family and choose one for those family.
mm-mm.
And I
Oh,
think Sheila has something
yeah.
to here. As long as family abides with my policy and we have the same child management strat, so we're good.
Hmm.
That's true. You need to assess too if you can handle how the parents handle their child during the interview, because you're gonna see if a parent example. uh, you're interviewing the parents, and the child has some attitude, or they have some behaviors that you think that you can't tolerate, then that's another red flag. But if the parents know how to handle that kind of behavior, that's great, right? You will see how they will interact with each other, how would they deal with their children even during the interview. You should be assessing everything, because family is your client. You need to find the right one.
Actually, you can always terminate the family, but that's
That's
gonna be hard. But
yeah, that's
I don't
hard
want to do
too.
that.
Terminating a family. I've been
I didn't ever since I did it.
ever since. Oh, you haven't?
Yeah,
I had to do it. It was stressful too, having to terminate family.
yeah, it's gonna be stressful. You can
Mhm.
always terminate if during your time with them. Oh,
As a birthday ang sisi mo. That's okay, sis. Thank you for your time.
mm,
Thank you for being here still. 8 million in the house. Thank you so much.
thank you.
And I think, what's the final note for these challenges? I think you just need to, oh, nasa ano pa yan, ah? Thank you so much. Mega, mega love shout out. Thank you
Avocado.
so much. Mrs. Mary Ebony Paras, salamat sa palipad. I love you. We love you. Rachel Care Gurus, love you.
Very
So
much.
much. Ano pa ba? Final note natin with this challenge is starting a daycare business.
Yeah,
Um,
starting any business is
any business
really challenging actually.
inside your home.
So that's why you have to have a plan. You have to
Plan.
have a good
That's
business.
a perfect
Yeah.
planning. Planning will change everything. Will
Mm-mm.
answer everything. If you have the plan, you're not just go with the flow, you're not gonna have a hard time. Not unlike when I started my daycare, it was hard because I did not plan it. I did not figure out these challenges that I might be facing. But with my partner, since she has a plan, she worked in daycare at first. She did her budgeting and manage her financing beforehand. So those kind of
Mm-mm.
things that you can do, a lesson for you to uh, lesson that we can give for you, uh, plan beforehand.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
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 just what I said. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail.
yes. And make sure, if you fail, you have to get up faster,
Yeah,
and you need to learn with those
yeah. Learn
failures.
from your mistakes.
Learn from your mistake.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you
that's
so much. Thank you. That is really good one. Even though we're a bit having a hard time to explain ourselves, I can figure.
English.
Yes,
It's English.
yeah. It is really hard, but I hope everything makes sense. Everything just we have said here. Okay, ladies, mega shout out. Oh, vlog, inaanak ko. Support ako sa mga sisi natin. Maganda na wais na Mrs. Pa. Thank you. Yes, ang ganda ni Sis Mary dyan talaga. Di ba? Thank you very, very much for being here. And for those people that didn't watch this complete video, you can go through this information that we tackled here. Hopefully, you're gonna like it. And if you have any requests, content for our live streaming,
Questions.
yeah,
You
questions,
have. If you missed this video, you can always reply.
yeah, feel free to comment down below, and then we will be tackling it for our next live streaming, just like what we did today. This is a request live video for a viewer.
From a viewer. Yeah.
Yeah, yay!
So thank
I
you so
will
much.
just I will just show everything that we just mentioned.
Mhm.
So, challenges of starting a home daycare and how we overcome the challenges. So, where to start, finding the right resources and support group for this. What
Mhm.
ifs and doubts in opening? What did you say here, sis?
Plan and risk assessment. So
Risk
reduce the
assessment.
risk. Yeah.
Yeah, home setup. What do we have here for home setup? Find the hacks, which is the Pinterest app
Interest.
and
Or
YouTube.
visit the home-based daycare provider.
Yes, daycare essential that you will need.
Um,
You need to assess your budget. Look
mm,
for the things that you can find for your if they have the family, or do you know family that willing to sell their stuff from you so that you can save a little bit of it. Paperwork.
so look for resources and
Just leave it.
get help.
Yeah,
Get help
resources,
from
the right resources and right people to connect
and
to
research.
start. Yeah, research. Yes, research, guys, and how to set up your own rate. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry.
Almost done, Luna. Almost done. So how to set up your own rate? So my partner mentioned that she
Sorry about that.
yeah, she made a survey. She did the research as well, and what else?
Find your competitors rate.
Competitors.
Yes. Finding the client by advertisement.
Advertisement.
Yeah,
So,
advertisement, and for interviewing family, you should be calling, giving their giving your paperwork just like your program, so that they will know already what's in your program, what service do you offer, and choosing the right family.
so choosing the right family is based on the interviews that you had with them.
Yes.
So you have to have the interview questionnaires ready.
Sabi ni RV, gusto ko ding maging wais, need ko to i-review for idea. Oh, thank you, RV Living. Until 11 p.m. concert ko. Nice. Enjoy your day, guys. Thank you for being here. That was amazing. Hopefully everything makes sense. If not, feel free to comment down below. And we hope
Mm-mm.
to see you guys on our next live streaming and daycare talk. I
Yeah,
am Melanie.
any improvement, please write down in the comment below
Yeah,
so we
any
can improve next
yes,
time.
any constructive criticism are welcome. Yes. Thank you so much, partner. I'm Melanie.
I'm Rowena.
And we are the
Ciao,
Child Care
Pinto.
Gurus. Bye for now. I'll see you guys next time. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Kay, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye. Good night. Enjoy your weekend.
Good night.